So imagine getting 25 pounds of lean muscle mass in less than a year. It'd be pretty sweet, right? Losing all that fat, gaining muscle. Well, that's what a lot of college athletes are doing with the use of performance-enhancing drugs. Steroids are a major epidemic in college athletics today. Today I'm going to talk about just why these college athletes are using these performance-enhancing drugs and just why a lot of them aren't getting caught. So first off, athletes obviously use performance-enhancing drugs to get a competitive advantage in the sport that they play. They get this competitive advantage by gaining 25, 30, even 40 pounds of lean muscle mass. To put it in perspective, if a normal student were to try and gain 25 pounds of lean muscle mass, it's as likely that they would get 100% on every assignment, every exam in a class for an entire year. Not really possible, right? So in an investigation done by the Associated Press, they found that thousands of just Division I college football players are gaining an extensive amount of weight in a single season. And according to Kathy Turpin, Senior Director of Sport Drug Tests for the National Center of Drug-Free Sport, rapid weight gain is deemed number one suspicious for PED use among college athletes. So, yeah, it's all great and all, but you may ask, why aren't these athletes getting caught? Well, the NCAA really is not doing their part when it comes to drug tests. According to an Associated Press article on ESPN.com, the NCAA tests about 11,000 Division I and Division II athletes a year. That's a lot of athletes, but if you put that in perspective, there are 100,000 Division I athletes alone. So about 98% of athletes won't get tested in a year span. In addition to that, the Associated Press reports a steroid test can cost $100 to $200, whereas a simple street drug test can cost about $25. So in one season, if an NCAA football team tested all 85 just scholarship players, it would cost them $34,000 to test them. NCAA programs just don't have the budget to test these players, so they can get off easier. So in addition, you may ask, well, why are steroids bad? Why can't these guys do them? Well, a lot of players who have reported using steroids in the 80s and 90s are now reporting heart disease, liver disease, and cancer, many of which have died of heart disease, including a former All-Pro defensive tackle for the Cincinnati Bengals who reported using throughout his 4-year college career and throughout his NFL career, died in 1991 of a heart attack, which they deemed from his steroid use. So to recap, college athletes use performance-enhancing drugs to get competitive advantage by gaining lean muscle mass in the sport they play. The NCAA really doesn't do their part. They don't test enough athletes, and this is mainly because it's too expensive to test all athletes. And finally, let's do our part and help clean up college athletics so it can be more about the players and less about the consequences.